very fine pilot that particular day. When the events happened, of course, we were all deeply troubled like everybody else. That Saturday, just to be brief, we actually were flying with Captain Nyanjui, who's seated there. We had just left Kericho, like almost 4 o'clock. And I knew that something was not okay because I started receiving so many calls from many people asking whether we had gone the Nandi direction when we took off from Kericho. And I asked our captain there, Nyanjui, whether there's anything he had heard from the intercom. He said, no, I haven't heard anything. Only for it to be confirmed a few minutes later that we had lost Captain George alongside his passengers. Some of them are colleagues and friends. I want to say to the family, poleni sana. May God comfort you, give you strength. It's not easy, a journey ahead. Losing a family member is the most difficult thing. But because there's a God in heaven, I believe he will comfort you, give strength to you, all your friends and the people that are working with you. Kwa majirani zangu na watu wa nyumbani, tunaleta pole zetu. Kama majirani zenu kutoka pande hii ya hapa juu Kericho. Ninazungumza hapa kwa niaba ya watu wa Kericho ambao wengi wao wamenituma na pole zao kusema ambia ndugu zetu pole sana kwa ajali ambayo ilitokea na kuambia tutatembea pamoja na nyinyi wakati huu. Huyu Mheshimiwa Sudi aliangalia pande hii akasema maneno ya kwaya. Unajua huyu Sudi kwaya wanaimbanga ndani ya kanisa. So usipange maneno ya kwaya peke yake. Tutapanga pia vile tutakuja kwa hii kanisa ya ndugu yetu hapa nyumbani. Tumalize maneno yao vizuri ili tukumbuke. Unajua sisi ni wapande ile ya tunapenda maneno ya kanisa. Si kila mtu anachagua pande ile anapenda. So wakati tutakuita Mheshimiwa Juzi, tutakuja tuombe pamoja na nyinyi kwa kanisa yenu na tumalize maneno ile ingine. The last thing that I want to say is that I want to agree with all the leaders that have spoken here and have said, as a country, let us be peace-loving people. Let us know that we have no other home apart from our country, Kenya. There may be divergence of opinion politically, but that is not a problem. The only thing that I want to insist is that our colleagues, particularly you, my good people, my neighbors, majirani zangu, ambaye tunaangaliana across the Sondu River. Hii barabara ambaye tumetembea kwa sasa, italeta matunda mzuri sana huku kwenu. Unajua, many of you, ingawaje jamii hii imetoa wasomi wa kila aina. You have heard here that Mama Emily is a member of LSK. And so many other distinguished lawyers that come from this corner of the country. It has taken only the broad-based administration for this community to produce the first Attorney General. Despite 60 years of this community producing brilliant people. Why is the reason? Because of continuous marginalization na kufinyilia watu chini. Ni kama kuna watu walizaliwa wakae opposition miaka mingi. Mimi ningependa niwaeleze watu wa Nyakachi, kama kila jamii ilikuwa imeandikiwa kazi ya opposition, mmeshafanya yenu, wacha wengine pia wafanye yao. Kama jirani yenu, siwezi kufurahia ninawasha stima pande hii na pande hii ni giza. Siwezi furahia barabara inajengwa pande hii na pande hii ni vumbi. Siwezi furahia watoto wetu wanapata kazi na pande hii wako kwa barabara wanarusha mawe. Kwa hivyo ningeambia wale ambao wanaambia jamii hii, ati mambo ya revolution. Unajua kuna watu, there is a debate going on this side of the country. Kina Orengo wanasema revolution, and Orengo has been talking about revolution from 1978. From Jomo Kenyatta up to now. Na kuna ndugu yetu Oburu who is saying we want power to transform our people. So Nyakachi, I want to plead with you, go for power any day. Don't be lied to about opposition. Thank you, and may Captain George rest in peace. Thank you very much. Sawa. Mheshimiwa Aduma ameniambia, unajua father ametufanyia kazi mzuri sana. Na tumekumbuka kwaya, na wakati tunangojea kukuja kwa kanisa, we need also to remember our father. I will remember our father with 200,000 shillings just to say, to appreciate the good work that he's doing. And before Raymond finish speaking,
Manu Wadadala, who is also here as serving colonel. Thank you very much. Korodoro Super PS. Oh, achonango. Aya. First, because I'll not be back here when the PS comes here, because you know he's carrying the message of our minister and the president. Koroling, we. Sasa, I want to thank the PS, just as I said before, in a very special way. You know that even our road from Sondo to this place was not possible. And when I called him, you can see what has been done on the road to this place. So I want to thank him in a very special way for standing with us always. And I want to assure him that in these parts of the world, tukiamua, tunaamua mara moja. I want to assure him I've seen a lot of attacks on him by politicians because PS is not a politician. Those who want to do politics should confront other politicians, not the PS. I want to assure the PS of our support. Na uko tolesema na tutamua, because we are in the broad-based government and that is where Baba left us. Sasa tuko hiyo broad-based na tutaka kwa hiyo broad-based. I want you to assure the president I'm one leader who did not believe that Ruto could be the president of this country. And I'm one leader who took risk. You all saw it. When Ruto was being declared the president, it was me who was daring to take away Chebukati's reading stool and the chair at Bomas. But now we've seen some of the things which Ruto has done here. We have seen the things he has done. You know, now I'm talking like that. Hata kama I was askari wako, because now I'm a friend of Ruto, who was also my classmate at the university. So nothing can happen to me. But I want to say that we supported the other government and we did not get a single appointment. This time round, you can see we have a Attorney General, who is also our colleague, Dorcas Oduor, from this region. This is the first time in history when we are controlling the Ministry of Finance. That has never happened in the past. And this is the first time when you are seeing many projects being undertaken. Even the road which we did up to Nyakachigans is now being extended to Kosa on the lakeside region. I'm also going to talk with my friend Arun. The road from Awase, if you are from Nairobi to Katito, has also been put in the budget, is going to be tarmac. We have also got this road from Segowet, which goes to Katito. Let me not become the governor, Cheruiyot, before that road is done. And we only have 15 months to do. We have Nyabondo Trauma Hospital, which is a 12 billion project, which was initiated by President Ruto. So I want you to assure President Ruto that Uko, he can be assured that he can count on our support. Na hiyo kura itaenda safari moja marjo kanyana mduto. Uruwako manoko soko uruwako. We've lost a great man here. The only way to remember somebody is maybe to have a project in his name. You've seen all these great leaders here. You've seen the leader of PLP. You've seen the leader of DAP Kenya. And you've seen the government here. I can smell the presence of William Samoei Ruto when I see all these leading personalities. So let us do something. I would really appeal to our brother, the PS Sudi, that much as we've done this to the choir and to the father, I would really appeal to you that I started a school, the only one which has been started by a local leader for the deaf, Olua School for the deaf. It is a special school. I would appeal that we do something, whether it will be all in memory of Major.
How have you been?
Caught in your orbit, spinning round. Every word you say just pulls me down. I'm holding on.
And the bigger family, the one that you stood with here, our departed colleague Were, the larger clan Jokadianga, Jonya Kach, Weluduto, Amoso ni Nyasaye ber. Fana ne urukama endika podo ngema kendo podo mor kendo pako Nyasaye. First of all, allow me to convey my sincere condolences on my own behalf and on behalf of my family, but also on behalf of my minister, who would have really loved to be here because he was a very close friend to Captain. But because of exigencies of duty, he's traveling. He has asked me to once again convey his sincere condolences. At the end, I will be able to share the condolences from His Excellency the President. We were together last night and this morning, and he deeply feels your pain, your children, and that of the bigger clan. Now, because we are here and the church did their part and they're about to just do the last rites, I would not want to take a lot of time to speak many things because we have heard from all the leaders. The party leader for PLP, Honorable Martha Karua, the party leader for DAP, Honorable Eugene Wamalwa, who is a very good friend of mine, the Honorable Oscar Kipchumba Sudi, a very close friend, and another brother from another mother, the leader of majority in the Senate, ambaye pia ni jirani wetu hapa. Na viongozi wote, Mheshimiwa Duma, Mheshimiwa Lumumba Wade, and all the MCAs, all the leaders, including our elders, that it doesn't happen many a times that we are all convened here because of the tragedy of death, and we bring all people from all shades of opinion. And because we believe in God, the best we can do is to continue to pray for the family of Emily and to support where we can. And for sure, I want to say that I will give my personal support, and also, just like Mheshimiwa Sudi has indicated, between myself, Sudi, my minister, and the Honorable Senator, Majority Leader here, we will contribute 10 million towards the education of Stacy and Joseph. Now, Joseph, you have a big responsibility. Emily is your mother, but now she's also going to be your wife, your first wife. And just like she told us the way she loved your grandmother, and it was because your dad loved her mother or his mother, you must do the same so that she can have the peace of mind to carry on with the mantle that Captain Were, your dad, has left. And for the bigger community and for the bigger clan that will still look up to her and all of you. So I would want to encourage you to be strong. It's not very easy losing a father and also a mentor, just like you rightly eulogized him. And to Stacy, you must support your mom. And I was actually touched when you held it against her that it was your brother who reached out at the first instance. But I'm sure going forward, you appreciate her pain and you share in that pain, and you really, really have to go out of your way to continue to support her. And the bigger ecosystem, those who are with Emily in Luak, all the lawyers, the LSK team, the Jumuiya team, and the church at large. Let's continue to pray for this family. I know that once George is laid to rest, most of us will leave this place, but let's remember to come back and visit, whether in Nyakach or in Nairobi, and to continue to pray for the family. Allow me to speak to two things, and then I will read the condolences from His Excellency, the President. One is that as the people of Nyakach, and I thought the Senator for Kericho would speak to it, or the area MP. Had trouble for a very long time. A lot of cattle rustling, a lot of lost lives, property being burnt down. And I must commend the leadership, starting with the MP for Nyakach, the MCAs, the Senator for Kericho, both the two counties, Kericho and Kisumu, that you have made our work easy as those who are in the security sector. That after several challenges and after having numerous meetings and engagements, we have seen calm in this part of the country. And I want to plead with you as the leaders and as the people here that let's sustain and maintain that calmness and peace between the two communities in Kericho and Kisumu County. And because we will be going into the electioneering period, and just as like Honorable Martha Karua has indicated, I want to also appeal and plead with the young people that let's not allow any politician, any leader, irrespective of their political persuasion, to use the young people as those who are going to cause chaos, those who are going to destroy property, those who are going to kill and maim one another. Because the president has been very clear from day one that under his watch, chaos and violence will not be a currency in transacting our politics. And we have experienced a lot of calmness across the country. We still have isolated incidences. And I would want to appeal to the public not to take the law into their hands. Yesterday, we had a very unfortunate event in Migori County. And we have had interactions with our security officers, and the instructions are very clear. Anyone involved in any criminality must face the full force of the law, whether you are an elected leader or an aspiring leader or a businessman, that we will not allow Kenyans or anyone for that matter to take the law into their own hands. Lastly, is that under the administration of President Ruto, there has been numerous development in this country. In Kisumu County, whether it is housing, whether it is the roads that were stuck for several years that are now being done, whether it's the issue to do with health, there are numerous progress that has been made, courtesy of President William Ruto. And what he's doing in Nyakach, what he's doing in Kisumu, he's doing it in every other part of the country. And that is why I want to associate myself with the sentiments of Senator Cheruiyot, that for the first time, every part of this country, every Kenyan feels that they belong. The people in northern Kenya, who for very many years had been denied the right for basic recognition, finally are enjoying that. The development that we are seeing in Luo Nyanza are things that the people of this region just dreamt of. And that is why, as someone who works for the president, and as someone who comes from this region, I have no doubt in my mind that when we go to elections next year, Kenyans will re-elect His Excellency President Ruto, and the people of this region will join the rest of Kenyans on that journey. And we are not just re-electing him because some of us work for him. We are electing him because of the work that he has done for this country. If there is anything else, it's just about to put the icing on the cake. Jothurwa awacho ni President Ruto osetione jothurwa maber. Nderni manokwamo sani contractors oduogo ndara. CS Wandai miyowa stima. Weche mag pi dhi mbele. Weche mag somo mag nyithindwa dhi mbele. Weche mag jopuonj mindiko, for the first time ondik jopuonj 1,100 e bwo higni 3. E Nyanza region jopuonj 1,100 go ondiko jopuonj 22,000 mapuonjo e skundewa kendo e gwengewa. Emomiyo kaka jotelo ma Thurwa ka waseyiere ni ok wachak wawe jopiny telonwa. Gisane jopiny osedhi mbele, jotelo pod digni. Ne wasewinjore gi jotelo ma Thurwa ka ni kama jopiny oseteleni ema wambe nyaka wabedie, ma sama jo Kenya mamoko dogiero President Ruto to ganda wa bende timore nade, unge lwedo mondo dogi for the second term mondo omed timo gik motimo e Thurwa ka kendo e Kenya mangima. Mheshimiwa Sudi ong'eyo jokwaya. Mheshimiwa Cheroyot ong'eyo father kaendi. Koro an abro wene Mheshimiwa Duma 300 mag vijana. Kaito ne familia.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done.
And then, of course, the other issues will follow up as agreed. And the senator has also supported that by giving 500,000 shillings. Now, with all humility, I would want to request akwayo eyo makende ni mondo umia itu kasomo ujumbe muwuok kuom President marwa Dr. William Samoei Ruto. Message of condolence by His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, to the family of the late retired Colonel George Were. We join the family, friends, and the aviation fraternity and the people of Nyakach, Kadianga, in Kisumu County to bid farewell to retired Lieutenant Colonel George S.O. Were. On behalf of my family, the government, and the people of Kenya, I convey my sincere condolences to the family, friends, and all of who mourn this distinguished son of our nation. We have lost an outstanding Kenyan, a renowned aviator, and a patriot who served this country with honor and distinction. Lieutenant Colonel Were lived a life defined by discipline, courage, and dedication to duty. And as a pilot, he was known for his professionalism, calm judgment, and exceptional flying skills. In the skies, he carried his responsibilities with precision and excellence, earning the respect of colleagues, commanders, and the many passengers who entrusted their journeys to him. Through hard work and determination, he rose steadily through the ranks of the position of Lieutenant Colonel during his time of service at the Kenya Defense Forces. His exceptional abilities in both combat and flying earned him recognition and respect in the military. And in honor of his service and skill, the government of Kenya awarded him the Order of the Grand Warrior, OGW. This tells you the kind of a man Were was, defined by duty, courage, and a lifelong commitment to serving his country and his people. Beyond his professional achievements, George was a devoted family man. At home, he was a loving husband, a caring father, and a strong pillar to his family and the community. The many people who knew, worked, or interacted with him know him as a man of humility, wisdom, and generosity. To many, he was not just a colleague or a leader, but a mentor and a source of inspiration. To his beloved wife, Emily, and children, Stacy and Joseph, please take heart in the knowledge that your husband and father lived a life of honor and service, that his legacy will continue to guide and inspire all of you. To Tanya, Stephanie, Peter, and the entire extended family, please know that you are in our thoughts and prayers during this difficult time. To the people of Nyakach Karianga, Kisumu County, you have lost a son who carried the values of discipline, service, and patriotism wherever he went. And as a nation, we honor the life of Lieutenant Colonel George S. Owere, his service to Kenya, his professionalism in aviation, and his commitment to community will remain a lasting legacy. May the Almighty God grant his family strength and comfort during this difficult time, and may he grant the soul of Lieutenant Colonel George eternal rest. Rest in peace, Captain. Signed, William Samoei Ruto, PhD, President of the Republic of Kenya. Thank you.
Check. I adwa nu bed mos ungeni podo kwatieko podwane church jomako gineno kawatieko. Thank you PS for that support and the very generous contributions you have given us. Adwaro na recognize jo amako guta kachungo mowuok soko kasore kumane mama Agnes Akeyo mamen meja no wuoke. Aneno osiepna umarabare togi Mr. Uma the principal Isana. I know you are here as a family, you may not have gotten time. So we are still in church. Adwaro no bed orderly. Nevijana. Na majoka luoka machano Sudi. Sudi ameenda na vijana. Aya. Thank you very much. What we need is discipline. So we want to give it back to the church. Ne vijana mo chekne nitie gimoro kanyo no. Nitie uneno kosemia giru kanyo 300,000. But I will rule the PS out of order. 100,000 I'll give to Mzee Odhiang. Mwabiro yuago for the elders Makaindi. So the youth I'll give 200. Uwinyo, kego koko, tebro anon.
Familia yangu kwa niaba ya marafiki wengi, tumekuja hapa kuomboleza na watoto wa Were. Tumekuja hapa kuwapatia pole kwa sababu mnajua Were alituacha last Saturday, na mnajua alikuwa na wengi, ndugu yangu Ngeno na wafanyakazi wake zaidi ya 5. Mimi nataka niwaambie tumekuja kusema pole sana kwa mama wetu na watoto wako. Nataka nikuambie leo hatujakuja siasa. Leo tumekuja kukuambia pole. Unajua huyu Were alikuwa pilot wa kila mtu. Kama vile Eugene amesema. Unajua pilot ni mtu anakuanga katikati. Atabeba wa opposition na atabeba wa serikali na atabeba mwanabiashara na kila mtu. Tumekuja hapa kukuambia pole sana mama. Niliona msichana wako wakati alikuwa anatoa tribute zake akiongea hapa, alikuwa karibu sana na baba yake, na nimeona pia kijana. Mimi nataka niwaambie mkae ngumu, mshikilie mama wenu. Ninyi sasa sio wadogo, mmekuwa wakubwa. Na mimi nataka niambie rafiki yangu PS Omolo, huyu George amesomesha watoto wengi sana tunawaona hapa. Hao watoto wawili wa George, sisi tushikilie hao mkono PS na tuwasaidie wamalize shule. Mnajua wakati walikuwa ninaintroduce watoto wenye George amesomesha, na mimi naye nikakumbuka watoto nasomesha ni wengi. Hakunanga upungufu kama unafanya mema. Huyu George alisomesha hao watoto wengi wameonekana hapa, lakini wake wawili wamebakisha mwaka 2, mwingine amebakisha mwaka 1. Nafikiri PS, mimi na wewe na Murkomen na Aaron tufanye hiyo kazi.
The Lack family, Akelo Nu Daktari, Mama Stacy Gide family, Mos Makende, Magnya Sayo Bet Kodu, Ange Minena Lona Giroth, Chunge Urumondo, Agnes Chunge Urumondo Yogoneo. Mano Joka Ada Lack, Bedrupi, Kakamano, Agone Chimo Obiro Ko Jojero Kamano Lit Nondi Lakini Nyasaye Brotele Hero Kamano.
Basi kwa kifupi nitaongea kwa lugha ya Kiswahili. Nitaongea kwa lugha ya Kiswahili ili tuweze kuelewana. Najua huku kwetu sana sana husema kwamba Kiswahili sio mdomo changu. Basi rubani katutoka. Na huyu ni rubani tajika ambaye amewabeba watu wengi sana sana sana. Nikianza na Mheshimiwa Martha Karua ambaye tuko naye hapa, alikuwa mteja wake, na George alikuwa akiniasimulia hadithi nyingi sana kuhusu kazi yake wakati alimbeba na kadhalika. Kwa kweli kutoka kwake kumetuhuzunisha na kutushtua zaidi, kwa maana ile ilikuwa ni kifo ya ghafla. Hatukutarajia. George alitoka nyumbani asubuhi na kufika wakati wa saa 9 na saa 10 namna hii tukapata simu ya kifo. Na unajua simu ya kifo ni simu ya kushtua zaidi. Kushtua kwa maana nakumbuka nilikuwa barabarani nikiendesha gari nikielekea nyumbani, na hiyo simu ilinishtua. Siwezi kuelezea zaidi jinsi nilivyoshtuka. Lakini hayo yametendeka. Ametuacha, na najua mengi yatasemwa na amesemwa juu yake. Mambo yote ambayo amefanya, ukarimu wake, upendo wake, kudhibitishwa na jinsi ambavyo alikuwa na marafiki wengi. Sasa kwa kifupi, ni kumbukumbu gani ambayo tutamkumbuka nayo George? Ya kwanza, George alikuwa mchapakazi. Mchapakazi kwa sababu kazi yoyote ambayo alipewa na mwajiri wake alikuwa akiifanya kwa uadilifu kabisa na jinsi ambavyo inatakikana. Na hii ni funzo kwa vijana, na hasa vijana wake ambao wamebaki, ya kwamba Daddy alikuwa anapenda kazi yake. La pili, Daddy alikuwa mtu wa upendo. Alikuwa anapenda watu na alikuwa na marafiki wengi. Ukiona umati huu wote ambao umefika hapa ni kwa sababu ya ule upendo ambao alikuwa nao kwa watu.
You've got a great idea. GoDaddy has the perfect domain name to go with it. It only takes...
Alikuwa na shughuli nyingi, hakujisahau kwa vile alikuwa anapenda sana mambo ya mazoezi. Mkijua alikuwa anaenda kwenye gym 2 pale Mombasa Road ili kusisimua misuli yake na kujiweka katika hali sawa kabisa kiafya. Na wale wenzake ambao walikuwa wanafanya nao hawa mazoezi, najua wako hapa, na labda watapatiwa nafasi pia waweze kuongea kidogo kuhusu yake. So wacha nisiseme mengi kwa sababu ya muda. Wacha niwashukuru tena, na nimependa kabisa kumshukuru PS wetu Ray Omolo kwa kuja, sio tu kutuomboleza na sisi, na pia kwa yale yote ambayo ametutendea kutoka wakati huu msiba ulitupata hadi sasa. Asanteni sana, na mheshimiwa wetu Aduma pia na mwana pale, msaada wako hatuwezi tukasahau. Shukrani sana.
My name is Isaac Oyaro, and how am I related to George? We used to call him Gio. I'm a first cousin to Gio. Kuom jokmo kwinj dongere, awacho ni an nyinga Isaac Oyaro. Mose nindo George and Kazinda, kakung'eyo an wuod John Odero Pamba, ma en neno wadgi Mose nindo Mejawere. Koro George mane ngongo e dala kae, to koro osewewa. En lit ma wantie go mang'eny, to on behalf of Jokoyaro Mamwalo Kai, I would like to just, all protocols observed, I want to make sure ni wa recognize Jite. Joka, my aunt, Ada, thank you guys for all your support. To our other aunt, Auntie Helen, we thank you so much. We value you guys. And then one Tigi family, Marwa ma Joka Dawa. Aneni Oyo Jakawaya and the team. Wagonwero kamano usebedo kodwa sechete. Unmane raise George. Tuun gimbaka mabera ngene ukuta beni kamoro kai. Wagonwero kamano. Ka wichu will ngata just ngeni wa appreciate you guys, wa value you, wan gigeno kuomu. George ne ngatu no loso gi ngata to gimowacho gi ngano ok dinge nyalo kwae kony to obokonyi to okolanda ranga. Koro walalo kijana maduong' ne wuodwa, koro wan gi lit maduong'. Wagonwa erokamano. And again, to all the dignitaries, PS, MP, Madam Martha Karua, MC, we really thank you all for what you've done. We really appreciate you. Be blessed and please feel welcomed to this home. Thank you.
Thank you, Daktari. Asante sana. All right, we can understand it. I want to recognize the presence of our MCA, Honorable Lumumbo Wade, who supported us a lot. Karibu sana, Mheshimiwa. Karibu. I also want to recognize the presence of Honorable Tom Nyaoke. Nyaoke has always stood with us in this community. Karibu sana. May I recognize the presence of Major General Patrick Amogola. He has just arrived. Karibu sana, Generali, katika sherehe hii. I also want to recognize the team that worked with our brother. There you are. Captain Chumbe, who brought risala za rambirambi. Karibu sana. Sasa ni nafasi ya our in-laws led by ndugu yetu Honorable Omondi Mulwa, who is also the elder brother to Mama Emily. Karibu sana. Mheshimiwa, come and say something about your brother-in-law, former MP Alego. Karibu sana. Karibu.
Good afternoon, everybody. You don't go away. Wait. Kujapa. First of all, I want to correct him. My name is not Umundi Mulwan. My name is Mulwan Umundi. Umundi is my father, and Mulwan is my name. Okay.
New Pepsodent Herbal, introducing a unique combination of natural ingredients with herbal extracts, salt.
I happen to be Emily's elder brother. Emily is the sixth born in our family, and I'm the firstborn. Now you can see the distance. You can see the distance between me and the young girl over here. It is unfortunate that she's losing her partner at a very young age. What we can tell her is that Nyaruoth Beribukwe. We are so many here. I've come with so many here. Emily come from the clan of Jokaruoth. And then her mother come from the clan of Jokakan. Now, if you know the leg of Songa fellow, those are the largest clan. First of all, I want Jokaruoth to stand up. Don't raise your hand. Stand up. All Jokaruoth who are here. These are now Emily's clan from her father's place. The next group are Jokakan, who are Emily's aunties and uncles from her mom. Jokakan mobiro kadu to chungane uru. You've seen them. Now they have come here because this George lying over here became part and parcel of our family. When he met Emily, I think part of his life was in our family. And talking briefly about my brother-in-law, George was a peace-loving man. I remember when he was courting Emily, asking for her hand in marriage, she thought he could talk to me without excluding my father. And they came to my office with a friend of his who was my schoolmate, the late Major Difu. Because Difu had told him that handling of money is not a very easy thing, let's go together with you. But when they came, I had known about that, and I mistreated them. I refused that you can't sit in my office because I don't own this girl. The girl belonged to my father. Major Difu tried to cool me down, but I said, you can't sit over here. But despite that mistreatment, when eventually my sister agreed and they went and saw my dad, George became part of our family. So the military bit of George, I didn't see. He was a peace-loving man. He attended each and every occasion that we had in our family. And if he couldn't, Dr. always represented him. All of a sudden. And if George was busy, and even Emily did not know that he would be attending the function, at last minute George would appear. Was that not a loving man? That was a loving man, and I think we are going to miss him very, very dearly. What I can tell my sister here is to be strong. That would be strong. Stand with your in-laws. Be the way you have been. Now that George is gone, you don't have to change. And we, your brothers and cousins, will always stand with you. Sawa. You have left me 2 children. I'm always there. You can, there's a group I didn't say that. Where Emily's voice is here. You have to talk a little about where are they over there? Those people you say we cannot leave. Muko wapi nyinyi, unkure, yokwati Emily. You left them. She also got her forces in the back of her home, which she said must come over here. So Emily, as we know her, she is the one who supports me in the leadership of Omondi family. Okay, everything I do, Emily will always, and she couldn't do that without the concurrence of her husband. So, ladies and gentlemen, with those few remarks, let us be in peace. Let us pray for the family. George has left 2 young children who are still in school. My nephew here is in Poland. The younger girl is in Australia. Let us be supportive. Let us give them the help that we can give them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Isaac.
Adugo mana make amendment Martin, my speech na. One gi wele mane we will now recognize. I do make sure I recognize. One gi meche waka. Koro one gi Joko Tieno moa Korgimino Tieno, my stepmom. Please, we recognize you. One gi Joko Yugi moa from my other stepmom. The late the Ambo. We recognize you. One gi Jorenga Makanea.
Do you want this?
Karibuni John Dewa, please. Thank you. And my wife, Melanie, please. Just stand up and wave. Manome no dakoro erokamano uru. Aye, bye.
Thank you very much, Isaac. Let's recognize the presence of Kelvin Oraro, Honorable Kelvin Oraro, MCA Kolua Central, Honorable Regina Kizito, nominated MCA Kisumu County, Honorable Tom Onditi, MCA Ombei, and then Honorable Tom Otheo, MCA Arujo Ward, Homa Bay Town Constituency. May I request Daktari to come and read eulogy.
So this is the eulogy for George. Today, we are gathered here to celebrate the life of retired Lieutenant Retired Colonel George Were, OGW, also known as Gio to his family and close friends. George was 64 years when he passed on 28th of February, 2026. Early life. Lieutenant Retired Colonel George Were was born on 12 September 1961 in Nairobi to the late retired Major Vijay Were, Head of State Commendation, and the late Mama Agnes Akeo. He was the firstborn child among his siblings, Dr. Francis Were, speaking to you, late Rose, Edwina, late Jane, late Joyce, Margaret, Sergeant Tom, Major retired Charles Were. Gio grew up living with parents and siblings in various military camps across the country. Church. He was baptized at St. Charles Luanga in Kahawa Barracks. Thereafter he received his first Holy Communion and confirmation at Christ the King Catholic Church in Nakuru. George was a member of St. Catherine of Siena Parish in Kitisuru. Education. Gio attended his primary school at St. Joseph's Primary School in Nakuru and passed with flying colors. He joined Nakuru High School for both A and O levels and later on pursued a bachelor's and master's degree of science in governance, peace and support at Africa Nazarene University. George was a student of life, and his love for education motivated him to diligently take his children to some of the best schools and colleges in the country and in the world that he could afford. He joined the military as a cadet officer in 1981 as part of the Intake 14, and I know some of his colleagues are with us here. After completing cadet training, he was posted to the 5th Air Cavalry Battalion in Embakasi as a direct entry helicopter pilot. He steadily rose through the ranks to the Lieutenant Colonel, and his outstanding skills in both combat and utility flying earned him a steady advancement, culminating in the award of Order of the Grand Warrior by the late President Daniel Arap Moi. He also served with the UN United Nations Force in Kuwait and Liberia. Gio retired from the military in 2010. He joined a group of pilots at Wilson Airport. They are seated right on the right side. And this new chapter of his life just continued to serve with the same professionalism and discipline, flying with skill, distinction, and transporting numerous and accomplished dignitaries until his demise. Social life. George was an active member of various groups and demonstrated exemplary leadership and coordination skills that fostered the groups and built lifelong friendship both in Nairobi and rural home. Additionally, he championed the welfare of his community and was one of the active members of the Dirubi Region Welfare. Gio was also an ardent gym enthusiast, and I don't know whether his colleagues in the gym are with us today. I think they'll be given a chance to say something maybe. So he was actually, the gym he went to was the Muscle Health members, Muscle Health at Vision Plaza, an advanced gym in South B, where he enjoyed aerobics Rumba classes. Marriage. George met the love of his life, Emily, and they got married in 1994 and recently renewed his matrimonial vows at Shrine of Mary Help of Christians, Don Bosco, Upper Hill Church in 2024. They are blessed with two lovely children, Stacy and Joseph. They are also foster parents to Steph. Transition. Turned a new chapter in his life on the 28th of February 2020. That claimed his life and that of 5 others. It is very hard to say goodbye. So we say Safiri Salama. We will remember you through your deeds, sense of humor, and many lives that you touched. Rest in peace, Jakadiana. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We still stand with the family during these trying times. Poleni sana, and may the good Lord be with each and every one of us who are here and be with the family. Thank you so much, fellow monarchs, for coming. Allow me also, on behalf of the family, to appreciate the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Ruto, the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki Abraham, CSS, led by Interior CS, Kipchumba Murkomen, PSS, led by our Interior PS, Dr. Raymond Omolo,
We also appreciate the leadership of the National Assembly, the office of the Clerk of the National Assembly, and all the leaders who are here with us today. Also, habari ambaye hiyo siku alikuwa na captain babaye Nick Kosgei, tafadhali naomba kwa unyenyekevu. Asante sana kwa familia yako, pole sana for that big loss. Also the colleagues whom asanteni sana the veterans, wakati wenyu utafika, tutawapa muda ili angalau mmoja wenyu tupe risala zake za rambirambi. Then colleagues again from corporate helicopters, thank you so much for coming in large numbers. Asanteni sana. Wakati wenyu utawadia, tutawapa fursa. Just a few announcements here. We are going to readjust the program of the day. Please bear with us. Thank you for your patience. Thing two, we have adequate seats. So wale ambao hawana viti, tunawasihi kwa unyenyekevu, kuna viti pale pembeni, unaweza kujisitiri hapo. Pia kuna vile vyumba maalum vya kujisitiri. On my extreme left, we have the VIP restrooms. Then pale nyuma ya ile nyumba yenye kuna paa ya green, tuko na zingine za wananchi watukufu wa kawaida kama sisi. Sasa tutumie vizuri na tuwe na amani ya Bwana iwe nanyi. Na waomba thing 3, waheshimiwa wote, thank you so much for your patience and coming in large numbers. Tunaomba yule mtu wako wa mkono mmoja tu azungumze na Alan Obiero pale, atupe register ya kuingia kwako. Tunaomba, hatutaki hii place ikuwe na jam tafadhali. The date was a very organized person, and as such, this service today must be very, very organized, and everything must run seamlessly. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you very much, Victor. I might take this chance to recognize the presence and the arrival of Honorable Bijataya. Amefika sasa hivi. Karibu sana ndugu yetu ambaye pia ni mgombeaji wa ubunge Nyakach. Pia tuna Dr. Tella ambaye amefika hapa. Ndugu yetu Daktari, feel most welcome. We also recognize the presence of Honorable Iko Pete, MCA Kabonyo Kanyagwal, Honorable Millicent Omuya, MCA North Seme, Honorable Adonija Odari, MCA Temelil Tamu Ward, Regional Commissioner, Madam Florence is with us. Karibu sana, Regional Commissioner. Your staff supported us a lot. May I request Victor, this section is complex. Miyako.
Thank you so much brother. For the interest of time, nimeelezewa hapa tubadilishe ratiba kidogo, na namsihi kwa unyenyekevu na neema ya Bwana Made uje tafadhali. Anapokuja naomba sisi sote tusimame. Wakati anakuja naomba kwaya, kama kuna ile wimbo ya kutukonsole na ili kufariji. Mimi ni kutoka Homa Bay. Sasa Kiswahili kinikanganya kidogo, na omba msamaha kubwa sana. So kwaya tafadhali tupe an item wakati mama anapokuja. The entire family, please, you can flank Madam. Asante sana familia George, karibuni sana.
Yeah.
Asante sana wanakwaya kwa kututuliza kwa huo wimbo. Asante sana. Allow me also to acknowledge and appreciate the coming of Kapseret MP Engineer Oscar Sudi. Thank you very much for standing with the family. Asante sana na karibu katika county number 042 Kisumu County. Asante sana. Feel at the feet of Jesus. Feel free and feel at the feet of Jesus. Asante sana. At this time, with all humility, allow me to welcome Mama Stacy to continue the rest of the section that is remaining. Asante sana. Naomba utulivu, and we also request for your prayers with the family at these trying times. We also remember those who are with our dead brother in that fateful day. Thank you so much, and may the good Lord be with you. Asanteni sana.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ebi Hiwere, and as you can see, a battalion behind me. When I met George in 1993, and I was not convinced to marry a military man because, you know, people have perceptions about them. But after 1 year, he convinced me, and we got married. Immediately, George lost her sister, and my mother-in-law gave me the first child, Eric Omodi. Where are you? Kapeke, where are you? Anyway, that was the first child we were given to look after. I'll now go to the last child that George received sometimes last year. America for us to mentor, we're doing very well. And if you read this was our first child. So I just want you to know that he has lost a father. We educated him, took him through school, and he's now a teacher. Then I'll go to Anel. Anel was brought to us to mentor. We decided to live with her. We thought that boarding school is not good for her. And if you read her tribute.
Are you a trader? You need trading capital. And our funded trader program is for you. Get funded with up to $2 million of capital, make profits, and keep up to 95% of it. Become a professional trader.
allow them to talk. This is Brian. Brian also lived with us. Ni mtoto wa Jenny. If you knew George's youngest sister, she was born. She we lived with Brian. Brian is a teacher and a nurse. Thank you. Then I have Christine. Christine is my sister's child. She also lived with us, and she's a fisheries officer in Homa Bay. This is Stephanie. Stephanie also lived with us. She's a teacher at Roraka High School. Unaona the number of degrees George produced. This beautiful girl is called Tanya. Tanya is a PhD student in engineering in Spain, but she's already in Chile. She specifically came to bury her farm. And if you read her eulogy, when she met the Chilean, it was to George she brought him. Another baby family is called Peter. We took Peter in when he was 4 hours old, when the mother died. Peter is a fourth-year medical student, University of Nairobi. Kazi ya Gio. Then I'm remaining with these two. They have wako na sura ya baba yao. So, Stacy will read. Yeah.
Good afternoon. My name is Stacy Were. Daughter of Mary. Dad, it's hard to believe I'm standing here talking to you like this. There are so many things I wish I could say, and so many moments I wish we could still share. You're such an incredible person, funny, gentle, and hardworking. You had a way of making people laugh even when things were difficult. Your humor and playful comments made life lighter, and being around you always made things feel a little better. But what I remember most about you is your kindness. You had such a gentle heart, you cared deeply about the people around you, and always showed love through your actions. You were always there when we needed you. You also taught me the value of working hard and never giving up. You showed me what strength really looks like, not just in big moments, but in the everyday sacrifices you made for us. Daddy, losing you has left a space in my heart that will never be filled. But I know that everything you taught me, every laugh we shared, and every moment we made together will stay with me forever. I hope you know how much you're loved and how much you'll always mean to me. You may be gone from my sight, but you'll never be gone from my heart. I love you always. Rest in peace, my sweet dad.
Next is now the man of the house, Joseph Were. He's studying medicine in Poland.
Dear Dad, words are not enough to describe what kind of man you are. Someone had to experience you in person, to see the gentleman and enigma you are. Always calm like the ocean on a quiet morning, a smart man, always doing everything in a clinical and methodical way. Dad, no man on this earth can ever get the admiration like I have for you, because you are not only a great father to me and to many, but also a great role model. You are the embodiment of how a man should treat his family, loved ones, and everyone else. A strong man you are and always will be to me. When I was a child, I used to see you as a superhero, because I never saw you ill, and even if you are, you always hope on the day's task, ready to take what the day had to offer. You are a passionate man who loved his career and what you did with all his heart. You are truly a gift from God to all aviators who interacted with you in your life. Everybody loved you in your career, and even in death, you are still a legend in your career. You have given so much selflessly for us, your children, all of us, with a man with a pure heart and a pure soul. As I said, no words can describe you. Someone had to experience you to truly see how great you are. Forever in my heart and hearts of many. Dad, your legacy will live on forever, I promise.
That in this part of the world, everybody can read English. So I will not read my tribute, but I just want to say a few things about my husband. I met George in 1993, and it was very hard to convince me to marry a military man. My brother has just scratched the surface. By the way, Mheshimiwa, another culprit is Denge, Kano Denge. Maybe you should see him. Na umwambie machache. But I believe that is now water under the bridge. When we got married, just after 1 month, George was posted to Hakati for 3 months. And I was like, hii maisha nitaweza? Sitaweza. However, I managed, and he came back from Hakati. Then I learned something about my husband. He loved peace. No wonder his children nicknamed him Mpenda Amani. So I learned not to ask where, how, what time is this, and I got my peace. I also learned that he really, really, really loved his mother. Gio loved his mother, and there's no friend of his or anybody close to him who doesn't know how much he loved his mother. And now to fit in, I also now loved his mother so that I can have peace. And ni ukweli, I love his mother, and the people around here can tell you how close I was with my mother-in-law. In fact, tulikuwa tunawapangia njama, these others. Tukipanga njama na my mother-in-law, it will happen and it will come to be. I learned that Gio loved rumba, and that brought a bit of problems between us. You know the hours of rumba. Until in 2006, when we were both carjacked coming from a rumba joint, and then we agreed now how we are going to do this rumba, such that when we go for rumba, we let our children know where we are. If he goes alone, he will call and let me know that he's with his friends. And that really worked well for me. George loved his children. You see the titles they have. In fact, I remember when my friend was bringing Anel, she was told that in that house everybody has a title. So you go there and get your title. And Anel, I can assure you, you'll continue living with us and all will be well. George had a very big heart, the way my brother has said, both to his family and my family. And even though my brother was a bit apprehensive of me marrying a military man, he got to love George. My brother is a tough man, but the day George died, I think I've seen him cry 3 times in my life. When my mother died, when my brother died, and when my husband died. I saw him cry. Otherwise, the rest, anapitiaga tu. So, today, I just want to appreciate those who have supported us ever since this tragedy occurred. I learned of my husband's death on social media. I had the phone on my hand, and then I started seeing news. And I tried to call corporate helicopters, but I think Colonel Denge was also devastated, and he was not able to pick the phone. And when I realized it was him in social media, my first instinct was to call my children, because the way social media is, they were going to see it within the next 10 minutes or so. So I tasked one of my sons, Sami. I told him to call Joseph. They are very close. And I planned to call Stacy. Before I could call Stacy, Joseph had called Stacy to tell him that Daddy is normal. So when I called Stacy, she was so bitter that she was hearing it from her brother, and she refused to talk to me for 2 days. But Mama, I believe we are now good. Yes, you understand why that happened. And when I was told this, eventually Kanodenge got to call me, and he told, you know, Africans, you don't call somebody to tell somebody that somebody has died. You prepare them first and tell them that we don't think the news is good. And I told him, Paul, because Paul was also our best man at one time, I told him, no, my husband is not coming home. In fact, I even sent him a message asking him, Paul, is my husband coming home? And he didn't respond. So the rest, now you know. As I stand here, maybe if you hear it from the media, you'll think it's PR. But I want to thank His Excellency, the President, and the Deputy President from the bottom of my heart. You know, there's war in the Middle East, and getting air tickets is not easy. But that office, through our family friend, Dr. Ray Omolo, made sure that my children came back. Within 2 days, I think, they were here. And I'm very, very grateful, because I know that even as they continue mourning, they will have some closure. They'll have some closure. As a military wife, I tell people that I've been more unmarried than married, because this man was always away. So even the children, whenever he was around, he would give them his time, but you can pretend that Daddy is somewhere and he's going to come back as you pray. Anyway, I thank the presidency, the deputy, and my brother here, Dr. Ray Omolo. The other person I would like to thank is CS Murkomen. When George came from Eldoret, he was to be put in that metal box. And CS said, no. Captain cannot be put in a metal box. You have to give him a coffin. So we sacrificed one of the bodies to go in the box, and he has given us support. Thank you so much, CS Murkomen, wherever you are. I know you have stood with the family, and I know you are a personal friend to Gio. The amount of support that we have received, I can tell you, my husband was loved by people, because, okay, he never used to tell me who he's carrying. He'll tell me, nimebeba wenyeji, nimebeba neighbor, nimeenda kwa wenye nguvu. That is how he would never disclose who he's carrying, maybe until he comes back, then he'll tell me the nicer ones of you and the more official ones. But when he's going, it was always his top secret. I would also like to thank members of parliament, even though I felt bullied, but eventually what came out helped my children and helped me, and we will be eternally grateful. I would like to thank Mheshimiwa Engineer Sudi. You know what you've done for the family. We are talking, and we hope you will continue talking to us. Now, coming to my sister and my colleague, my husband loved flying you around. Madam Martha Karua. He loved flying you around. He loved your strictness, because he was also a strict person. Although he had a military background, but I was the militant. Mimi ndio nilikuwa wa kiboko. But he really appreciated the way you treated him when he was flying you during Azimio in 2022. And I would also like to thank His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka. He's been with us throughout. We have seen his hand. Na tunasema asante. I will not forget Mheshimiwa Duma came home at 2 a.m. to condole with us. In fact, I had to yawn to make him go away, but he was with us. I will not forget our area MCA who has been with us throughout, and everybody else who has been with us. It will be not fair to mention corporate helicopters. You guys are wonderful. We hope we'll continue to be your family. In fact, I was saying that should I get a pilot in this family, I would point them to corporate helicopters. You take care of your own. I would like to thank my brother-in-law here. He's been my best friend in this family. Apart from George, he's been my best friend, and it has extended even in death. Daktari, I hope you'll be there for us always, as you have been there for your brother. So when our mother-in-law died, George na Daktari ndio walikuwa wanapanga njama ya how to straighten the family. I know it's a very big loss. I want to thank the local administration. You have taken good care of us. You have provided us with the security. Outriders, actually yesterday you would think there's a dignitary that is being escorted. Little did they know that it's just my GO that was coming home for good. I'm not taking for granted our family Jokoyaro. Jokoyaro, thank you so much for standing with us and for being with us. My people of Alego, it started off in a very rough and bumpy manner, but you learned to appreciate my husband, and mumekuja kwa wingi. We have also seen your hands. Maybe you just wave.
From communication to project management to knowledge management in one app, accelerated by the world's most productive AI. 4.0 is the epicenter for all of your work and collaboration. It's the beginning of a new meta category of apps that will define the next generation of software in the AI age. And it ushers in a new era of craft and quality for ClickUp's product. We've always said that using ClickUp saves you one day every week, but I'm confident that you're going to save a lot more than that with 4.0. Because when all of your work converges into one app, one tab, one AI workspace, everything just clicks.
Looking after these children, that is why you see they have come out the way. The ladies who are here, learn to give your children time. When you don't give them time, baba anatafuta huku, mama anatafuta huko, watoto watarokota ile bangi iko kwa estate. And there's a lot of it in my estate. I will not forget New Kitizuru residents, my new pastors. They were on the way. I believe they have not come, but they also stood with us and they really supported us. My friends, Atieno, just stand up, Nyangia. Atieno has been my friend since class 4. Actually, most of them, we were either friends in primary, and then we went to secondary, and we are still friends. We are a group of 10 ladies, and they've been very supportive. So I thank everybody who has come to help us mourn my husband. I hope you will keep us in prayers. I know Mheshimiwa Wamalwa has come in late. You are my classmate in LLM. At the University of Nairobi. I'm a 2016 LLM student. Thank you so much for condoling with us. Everybody else, we are grateful. We are truly, truly grateful. Don't leave us. Continue holding our hands. We have given our requests to the government, especially for these 2 children, and I know the government will respond and take care of us. Otherwise, thank you so much. I can't forget my sister-in-law, wife to Daktari. She's always been my younger sister. She's been with me throughout, through thick and thin. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Pole zetu kwa familia. May the good Lord continue keeping you, being with you every single minute, every single second, every hour, and every single day. Naona kama hali ya hewa imeanza kubadilika kidogo. Itabidi tuanze kasi kidogo. Allow me to acknowledge the funeral committee, both Nairobi chapter and Nyakach chapter. Hawatakuja hapa kwa wote. Maybe the chairman. Thereafter, Brigadier Tanui, naomba uwe karibu. Brigadier Tanui, naomba karibu sana. The chairperson, Nairobi Funeral Committee, will give you just a minute, just 1 minute. RC, Madam RC, thank you so much for your support, and the entire Ngao and the security committee members who are here. Madam Flora Moroa, thank you so much for the immense support to the family and to the region, of course. We are here peacefully sitting here because of your administration. Thank you so much. Chairperson, Chairman, karibu sana, dakika moja tu.
To the immediate family, Colonel Were, the church, all dignitaries, protocol observed. I want to take this opportunity as Omondi Huku to pass over my condolence to all of you. Second, I want to appreciate all those who have supported us during this trying time. I know the government has done a lot. I know friends and relatives have done a lot. And I know members of the community and our local leaders have done a lot on this. I appreciate all of you. We are very grateful as a family. And I also want to take this opportunity to ask all members of the home funeral committee who are around to just stand and wave, because we don't have luxury of time. Those who are there amongst you, it carried everybody, the provincial administration, and everybody. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.
Thank you so much
for the wonderful job that we have done together with you.
Thank you so much, Bwana Chairman. Thank you so much, Bwana Chairman. Whether itatupa nafasi sasa.
Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Sabbath. Mimi kwa majina naitwa Hesbon Omondi na ni msabato. Nasema niseme happy Sabbath. All protocols observed. Onyasumbi. Nyadundo. Ber kadi kendo kaduogo. Wagoero kamano gi mutimonwa. Office of the President, Mheshimiwa Murkomen na wengi. Engineer Sudi ni rafiki yangu kutoka kitambo, tukiwa vijana. Mheshimiwa Wamalo wa kijana ni rafiki yangu, nimesema asante.
Asante sana.
Nataka tu kuomba committee yangu kutoka Nairobi waweze kusimama.
Committee members from Nairobi.
Asante. Na wajua niko na mke bwana, asiposimama atanifukuza nyumbani. Helen, madam yangu, mnataka nifukuzwe? Madam sema jambo. Asante sana bwana.
Asante
niko na mke,
sana.
nisiposimama hivyo nitafukuzwa bwana.
Asante sana na pole kwa hiyo.
Otherwise, thank you so much and may God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Brigadier Tanui, kindly karibu. Alafu watafuatwa na the Jumuiya from Don Bosco Catholic Church from Nairobi. Asante sana, karibu. Then I also recognize Colonel Ngaira and Colonel Dr. Onyango, the veterans who served with the late. Asanteni sana for standing with the family. Allow me also to acknowledge the arrival of DAPK party leader, Mheshimiwa Eugene Omalo. Asante sana, karibu.
Tumsifu Yesu Kristo daima na milele.
Family ya marehemu Kanali Were, Mama Emily na watoto na jamii pamoja na wenzangu marubani wale wako huko. Nilisikitika sana kusikia kifo ya George. Mnamo tarehe 28 February nilikuwa kwa function kitu kama 10 kilometers mali alianguka. Ikiwa weather ni mbaya, nikamwambia bibi yangu, hebu tutoroke turudi Eldoret. By the way, mheshimiwa, wewe ni MP yangu. Kufika Eldoret wakati sina safisha gari, ndio nikaona news ya Joanna Ng'eno MP na wengine. Sasa nilikuwa najiuliza pilot ni nani? Nikaanza kupigia wenzangu, wengine wako hapa simu. Hakuna mtu anataka kushika simu yangu. Walikuwa najua ni kitu gani mimi nataka kujua. Turudi sasa kwa George. George alikuta mimi 1983 nikiwa nimetoka training US ya urubani ya helicopter. Alikuwa mwaka 22, mimi nilikuwa 30. Tunapitana na mwaka 8. So yeye ni kama ndugu yangu mdogo. Tukaendelea kuendesha kazi ya urubani, mimi nikiwa captain mpaka nikawa squadron commander, major, akafanya chini yangu. Alafu nikapanda mpaka nikawa commanding officer 1990, na tukakaa na George mpaka 1994, wakati sasa nilitoka kufanya kazi nyingine kwa jeshi. George, sitaki kurudia namna imesemwa, alikuwa hivyo mkarimu, mpole na kusikiliza. Wakati nilikuwa commanding officer, nilikuwa natuma wengine, wengi wako hapa wanajua, sangine kazi iko Garissa, Mandera, wapi, kila mahali. So hakuna siku alicomplain, alifanya kazi. Kwa hivyo Mama Emily, mimi naomba msamaha kwa sababu wakati alienda kati ni mimi nilituma yeye, na bahati huko kuja ofisi yangu, yuko wengine walikuja. Kwa hivyo naomba msamaha hapo. Nataka kuhakikishia hao viongozi wale wanatembea helikopta, tunaenda sasa mfumo ya siasa mingi, helikopta inafanya kazi. Kuwa na confidence, wale marubani mnaona hao wako professional. Helicopters ni safe. Hata mheshimiwa Sudi, wakati wewe narudi unaweza beba mimi, hakuna shida. Thank you very much.
Asante sana Brigadier Tanui kwa risala zako za rambirambi. Ladies and gentlemen and fellow mourners, naomba kwa hisani tusaidiane, tulinde wakati. Ukisikia nimekuambia thank you very much or thank you very much, your time is up. Sasa nilimwita watu wa jumuiya. Kama kuna representative, allow me now to invite the CEO Corporate Helicopters. CEO Corporate Helicopters. This is the order because of time. I had indicated that after Brigadier Tunui speaks, Jumuiya representative was to come. Sasa sijamuona, so allow me to go to the next level. Asante sana. Na naona CEO, hiyo ni taarifa yako ni refu. Hebu weka brief kidogo.
Sasa, God is good all the time, and that is his nature. My name is Colonel Retired Paul Denge, and I happen to be the last boss of Colonel Were on this earth before he went to the Maker, to be with his Maker. I recognize the presence of Waheshimiwas here, all protocols observed, especially the party leaders. We have been operating together with them severally. Mama Emily, I'm here to represent my directors who have been with you, in contact with you, and they have supported you in every way possible to make sure that you are comfortable. And we, George, whom I call Gio, get a decent burial. But we'll keep on praying for you and to be with you. Before I say anything further, I think I would like to request corporate helicopter family. We are just a small family to stand up. Just stand up and wave, please. Stand up and wave. That is corporate helicopters. Thank you very much. Now, helicopter pilots from Wilson Fraternity, please stand up. And then I will also tell the Wilson Fraternity, the whole lot of them, to stand up together with them. You can see there is a big presence of colleagues from Wilson Airport where Gio left us. And it's simply because, thank you very much, you can have a seat. That is simply because Gio is loved by everybody. He has been with the corporate helicopters for the last 4 years. I met Gio in 1982. Brigadier Tonui was our boss in the military, but he came and joined 50 SCB, where we land helicopters after me. But all the same, he have been my good boss, and you have been lecturing us throughout the period we were there, and we have produced quite a number of helicopter pilots from that area. Now, I really want to say this, that there is tendency of people, once you send off Gio Were, there are tendency of quite a number of people forgetting that there are families left behind by Gio. And this is my request to you all. If you really love Gio, we need to be with the family. And that is what Mama Emily is asking, that we need to be with her throughout. I'm not going to read my tribute because of time. I've already been cautioned. So I just say, poleni sana from my directors and from myself, from the entire Wilson Fraternity, Pole, and we are going to be with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Bwana CEO, for keeping it brief. Asante sana. The late was a member of a gym association. Kindly, the representative, can you come, please? Save on time. Thereafter, we shall proceed with the rest of the program. Allow me also to acknowledge the arrival of Kericho Senator, Bwana Aaron Cheriot. Thank you so much for coming and fell at the feet of Jesus, and a host of parliamentary aspirants from the region, members of the county assembly, the clerk. Thank you so much for coming. MC Arujo Ward, Tony Otheo, asante sana. Jalos Meli, thank you so much. Ted Odero, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Trevor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll acknowledge you. So, kauka chogo nyingi, that is now in French. Kauka chogo nyingi kija chung, tingona ngona koda. Sawa? Angeni wane kindecha. Sawa. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All protocol observed. Jena kachwa moso ukendo. Good. As I stand here, nyinga ilungo ni Fred Manyala, and I stand here as George's fitness colleague and a good friend. I've known George for many years, over 15 years, and we met in pursuit of fitness. So for over 15 years, we've been together as members of our fitness club. So before I continue, I would want to recognize members of the two fitness clubs that George used to patronize. So members of the Muscle Health Gym and Advanced Gym, if you're in the congregation, please stand and wave to the congregation kindly. Wherever you are, thank you very much. As I said, George was a fitness enthusiast, and he loved cardiovascular training, dance aerobics. So dance aerobics is a fitness exercise driven by very fast music, with dance moves that are very carefully choreographed, and sometimes you are jumping over raised objects called steps. And George loved that. He loved that. He would do what we call step aerobics and catterbox quite regularly.
You've got a great idea. GoDaddy has the perfect domain name to go with it. It only takes a few minutes to register one with over 500 extensions to choose from. Take your idea online today.
And Rumba is Loketo. That was his favorite. So to the family, we are, as the George's Fitness colleagues, we are deeply hurt with his demise, and may his soul rest in eternal peace. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Allow me at this point in time to invite Justice Oweya on behalf of Mama Stacy's friends. Karibu. Kwaya, sama ngato biro ka unyalo chwakonwa gimoro matin kanyo. Kikwa lenga kanyo ya ginene. Koso kech ng'eny, chiemo ng'eny ka.
To my sister, Emily, your children, the Were family, my dignitaries, all mourners in the house. God is good. And all the time, and that's his nature. Wow, I'm here to speak on behalf of the friends of Emily Were, who had, by extension, become family of our late brother. Personally, I have known Emily since our childhood. She only remembered to acknowledge Atieno. I think that is because of time. The same time she got to meet Atieno, the same school she got to meet me. I was initially closer to her younger sister Jane, but later as we grew up, we became very tight as we became professional friends. I remember her coming in our formative years, early 90s, to tell me she has met a man in the military. What do I think? And we talked for long. I remember she really didn't need my advice. She wanted my approval. I got to meet Major, and I knew that he was a good man and she had made a good choice. We have worked together as friends, colleagues, in the legal fraternity, and we had a group that bonded very tightly, known as Nyangia. And in the Nyangia group, we embraced our hobbies. And Major was embraced by all of us. We used to call him Mechwa because by that time he was a major. Mechwa means our major. He was ours, all of us, Mechwa. And he had a vehicle, Primera, by make. We used to call Primera, Primechwa. And when he became canon, we also said Kanondwa. So he loved us and he made us feel at home. Emily, you have given a very wonderful and comprehensive tribute of Major. When this happened, I got a call from one of Nyangia. Her name is Lily. Nyangia, maybe you could just wave. Lily, I'm told you are seated at the extreme end. Just wave, Nyangia. Yes, thank you so much. Lily is there. She called me and said, something has happened. I'm rushing to Kitisuru. As Emily called you. And I said, what? Then she told me, it is something bad, but I'm hoping it is not true. Nimesikia kuna ndege imeanguka. Then I said, can I call her? No, don't call. Let me go there first. I don't want to be the one to break the news. But as soon as I placed that call down, Emily called me and told me, Tabi, it is true. Have you heard anything? And I got up and I told my daughter, I'm dressing up. I'm going to Kitusuru and I don't know what time I'll come. It has been a long journey. But I thank you all
we admired this family, even for what she has displayed here as she gave her tribute. They had a generous heart, and we believe that that legacy will live on. Emily and your children, only God will take care of you. God will guide you. May God rest, may your soul in eternal peace.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Justice Ouya. I've been guided by Mama Stacy also to acknowledge the support given to the family by Area Member of Parliament Alego Songa, Mheshimiwa Samatandi, Chair, Budget Committee in the National Assembly, and Governor Nairobi County Arthur Johnson Sakaja for supporting the family. At this time, I'm also advised to invite Atieno Otieno. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Just a minute. Yokwaya na wacha moroka atan no kudeka matin. Pokuna no kama iro dhuolo re chiemo ng'eny ka. Itoko milwaro. Donge. Donge. Hey. Nikech nudeko koro ng'ade uru. Kuneno kaluongo ng'ato tuweke amoka koro. Sawa? Donge ber. Opaki Yesu. Yesu ber. Ero kama dakika achiel kende. Thank you.
On all protocol observed, all our leaders, we acknowledge you. My sister and my friend, Emily Akinyi Omondi, Nyalego Karuoth. We've known each other with this lady for a very long time, so please, it will not be 1 minute. Nyingeya.